We're live. Hey, everybody.
Yo, what up?
Welcome. This is Dex's Bull Panel with HK Trader, Kramerica, and me, Frank. So it's great to be here. Hey, Will. We've got Kramerica. We've got, of course, our main man, Dex. How you doing, Dex?
Doing great, man. To be back in the saddle once again.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so this is 2 weeks in a row. This might be a real thing we're doing here. So this is,
You never
this is
know.
a lot of fun.
And please.
But we do have Kramerica with us for the first time. He couldn't make it last week, but he, of course, is our beloved, epic moderator at PulseWaveTrading.com. So welcome, Kramerica.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be here.
I was so afraid the audio wasn't coming through because we never got a full sound check on it. So, yeah, thanks, man. Good to have you. And, of course, we've got Will Hong, HK Trader, who is part of our room, a really awesome part of our room. So it's great to have him. And Dex. So first off tonight, to jump right in, we've got Bitcoin. Seems like it's alive again. We had this story actually just a few minutes ago that the Gemini exchange volume is up 350% in the last 24 hours. And so they're excited. The twins are excited. I'll go to the story so we don't have to look. But yeah, this is the story from Cryptos R Us that their volume is up 350%. The volume is $317 million at one point. It went above, with 56% of it coming from BTC USD and their ETH USD pair. How does that help me? That's a weird sentence. 56% of the volume is coming from the BTC USD pair and the ETH USD pair. That's sounds like a mistake, but so here's our Bitcoin chart. This is on the daily. This is what we're looking like on the weekly. I'll let you guys take it from there. What are you guys thinking? Dex, what's on your mind about Bitcoin this week, looking at this chart?
Well, first and foremost, I want to point out to everybody everything that I have prophesied to you going all the way back to 2016 about how big funds were entering into the crypto space and how these funds were going to end up taking over the market and driving the market. Well, today was a perfect example of that. If you take a look at the daily chart on Bitcoin, DOT, EOS, Ethereum, Theta, XRP, Ripple, you will notice something very similar. They both gave us bearish pointers, extreme bearish pointers today at the same time, giving us the exact identical chart patterns. Now, you have to ask yourself a question. How is that even possible unless large funds were responsible? Because what large funds do is they diversify over a multiple asset class, and then they move and push the market. So what you saw was money flowing into the crypto space at the same time, trading a group of cryptos, moving them all in the same direction at the exact same moment in time. Now, some people would say, see, that's proof of a manipulated market. I would say more like controlled market, not manipulated, but controlled, because you have the big money all moving in one direction, and then your retail specs pile in on top of that. But that's why the chart patterns are identical. So giving us this bullish pointer in those cryptos I just mentioned, what it caused was a spike top on the day. Now, there are times when a spike top like this will remain the current high. And what will end up happening is today will be that pivotal day where the market will now move sideways inside of today's range. And will do so for probably an extended period of time. So that's what we're going to wait to see how things move over the next 24 hours. That'll tell us a lot of what we need to know. So as for the outlook charts are concerned, Bitcoin specifically has now entered into the Kumo cloud of death and consolidation. That is not an accident, because as you know, we're coming off of extreme lows. So when you come off an extreme low like that, you get a powerful rally. Normally, you're going to move back up into the overhead trend line resistance and back into the Kumo cloud. And that's exactly what you saw represented here today in this crypto space. So now the $1 million question is, where do we go from here? Well, the next 24 hours will be very pivotal. If the Bitcoin rally is to continue, it's going to need to hit another new high, meaning taking out today's high, and it should do it over the next 24 hours. If that does not happen, then chances are you're going to get a pre-established trading range, which will consist of today's bar. And you'll see that in a multiplicity of pairs. Any crypto pair that gave a bullish pointer on the day, today is going to be the trading range established for the foreseeable future.
At least it got above 40.
Yeah.
At least the range is above 40. That's nice.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting going forward. But yeah, we've now entered back into the Kumo cloud on the Bitcoin, and looks like we have done so also on the XRP Ripple. Back into the Kumo, and this is on the algo charts. So back into the Kumo cloud on both of those.
Crazy. Will, did you have anything you wanted to add about Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's back into the Kumo cloud on the algo chart. So expect sideways movement. And it's funny because it entered back into the Kumo cloud on the same day as the bullish pointer.
Wow.
On a parabolic bar. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not an accident. It's not a coincidence. These repeatable patterns happen a lot. And we were already in the Kumo cloud on the algo chart. Today was day 3. So I'm not surprised that we get kind of like a blow off pop, if you will, super bearish pointer like that. Yep. So next 24 hours, we'll see. Either it's going to get out of the cloud and keep running and take out today's high, or asking your seatbelts and going to this activity at a 5,000 point trading range.
I wanted to ask Will your thoughts on the Bitcoin chart. Before we started, you were talking a bit about the short squeeze, and then maybe we could transition to theta a little bit. I know that's something we're all looking at. We're talking about in the chat room. Will, any thoughts on Bitcoin?
Well, it was all about the trading range. All of a sudden, in the span of like 3 minutes, it jumps up 4,000 points, and then over the weekends, people accumulating, at 30,000, 34,000, or sort of people short covering because people are looking at 20 some odd thousand to panic buying. It didn't happen, and then on a Monday night, you guys, boom, way off the bat, 4,000 points up, 39,000. That's it. The shorts lost their shirts already, so they have to cover.
Yeah, another thing, it was for a while. It was funny because you guys dashed my dreams. I was really excited. I was like, Theta's doing great today. And Will, you had this look on your face like, oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that fortune's turned. But yeah, we were above 6 today. In fact, the high of the day was 670. But pulled back a little bit. Now we're at around 560. So looking at that same kind of, it's funny, there's a little bit more life than last week on the show, but still under the Kumo cloud on a lot of these charts, and like you were saying, Dex, in the Kumo cloud of death on Bitcoin and a couple others. So we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. These are repeatable patterns that happen over a specific time. Also, just while you two were talking, I was looking at something. We had a crash alert on the Bitcoin going back to July the 5th. On the hand one I do, it has the buy bid on it.
Right.
And the zone was at the 32,995. Well, we got a rally alert on July 21st, and the entry was at 32,999. Again, repeatable patterns.
Wow.
And then look where we went. We went all the way up to that 40,600 and change today. So these repeatable patterns, when you see them, you have to act. That's why you don't ignore rally alert buy signals and crash alert sell signals. You do not ignore them, because at certain price points, money flows into the market that is designed to move the market. So yeah, that's all today. Very interesting.
Yeah, you went a little bit robot there, but I think we caught what you were saying. That reminds me, we still have our sale going into August. We've got $100 off our PulseWave Pro membership with the coupon code BULLISH. So you got to enter the coupon code BULLISH at checkout. Make sure you apply it, and you'll get $100 off your subscription forever. So this goes on. Also, it's free trade week. So if you don't have at least a free membership with us, you get access. We're doing we decided to continue our free trade on Theta, Bitcoin. I think we had ADA in there, maybe DOT, but definitely Theta, Bitcoin, and one or two others. So you can get that this week. Get some free education from our site on how to use the PulseWave price triggers, and be in on these reports as they're happening. So, Dex, did you have anything you wanted to ask the guys? A few moments before we wrap up.
Kramerica, are you still exclusively trading on the weekly triggers?
No, I don't exclusively trade on the weekly triggers. The weekly triggers are, however, my favorite part of the report. I still use the daily triggers a lot for doing like the KuCoin futures contracts and whatnot, and trading in and out of BTC to altcoins.
Okay.
So basically, what I use the weekly triggers for is that tells me when a major support or resistance level has been broken. And it usually leads to like the emergence of a longer term trend.
Right.
And so when I see, like, for example, if the Bitcoin weekly buy trigger got taken out, I'd be looking at getting or changing my outlook and my portfolio to where I'd have Bitcoin as my alpha currency. So I'd start making my portfolio very heavy in Bitcoin, so I can ride that prolonged trend all the way until the weekly sell trigger hits, and then I do the opposite, get back into stable coins.
Did you guys hear that?
He
just explained a top secret to you guys on how to use the PulseWave system on your dashboard. Listen to what the man said. Now, he is our resident expert and moderator in the trading room. He knows how to use the system, and he just broke down some jewels to you just now on how he uses the system to read the market and know how to adjust himself in the market. Very, very insightful information. And William, tell us, what is your idea on the precious metals right now with gold futures dropping back down below 1,800?
Well, at this point, it's better do not add any position. Let the FOMC, let Uncle Powell do his thing, and then most likely metals will want either break up or break down. But as of today, okay, here's the good news for the bulls. The miners kind of stabilizing at this point. So there's a good chance that the metals might go back up to the resistance level. Okay.
Got you. All right. Everybody, hope y'all heard that. William is our resident metals expert.
Indeed.
And he dropped the science on. He said he noticed that these miners are stabilizing now. And I have to say, looking at the PulseWave reports here, there is some evidence to suggest that. And we have a rally alert, it looks like, for tomorrow on GDX. So rally alert buy signal looks like we have on GDX. Yeah, man. GDXJ is a continuation buy signal, but we got an official rally alert on GDX for tomorrow. For those that don't know what that is the Junior Gold ETF. See, that's why it pays, man, to have these reports, man, on your dashboard so you know what's going on and how you can position yourself in the market. Also, we got the trading room up. Anytime you have questions, you want to holler at one of your fellow comrades in the trading game, that's what everybody's there for. To bounce ideas off each other and gain deeper understanding on how to use, the tools that we provide. Anybody else have anything they want to add before we roll out?
No, I think we're looking good.
Well, I wanted to.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Can I get you to look at the? Can I get you to look at the BTC weekly chart deck and tell me what you think about that, and if your algo chart has anything different than the standard trading view chart that we have to see?
Here's
Because from what I see here, it's the weekly closed above the 50-week moving average, and it's also catching some rampage from that the Kumo cloud there.
Okay.
So I was curious if your algo chart was showing something similar.
All right, I'll let my man pull that up.
Yep, this is BTC on the weekly, right on the screen.
Well, it looks like the battle area would be 49,000 to 40,000 now, I guess.
Yeah, here's the thing though. On actually, let me get. I'm in a different report. Let me pull up that so I can be right there with you. Hold on, give me just a second. All right, BTC. Okay. The daily is showing a lot more technical damage to the downside than that 49,000. Hold on, I'm seeing something totally different. Give me just a second, and I'll break it down for you. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so right now I have wow, yeah, we're talking in the 50s. 50 in the 50,000s on the Bitcoin. That's how much technical damage we got. Let me just pull up now, and that's just on the daily alone. I'm sure the weekly is going to be a little bit different. Let's see here. The weekly is at wow. Yeah, the weekly is basically non-existent, saying that you basically have open air to the top. Like if we were to rally right now and break out, according to the weekly here, looking at the PulseWaves, the market is wide open to run with not a lot of overhead resistance per se. I know that sounds crazy, but just looking at the algo chart, nah, man, you don't have no problems until you get to the 50s and to get back to above 50,000. So you'll be good to go there if you can get up that high. So between now and then, I would say whatever the buy trigger is for tomorrow would be legit if the market can get there. If we get breached, if it doesn't, then you're not long. You're just popping your way through the trade. You're already long coming into today. If you're already long Bitcoin, you're just using the pop method to lock in profits. Bitcoin is on the free weekly, right?
Yeah.
This week? Okay.
Yeah, this week. Got
so
it.
Then I can talk frankly. Okay. So
talk frankly.
Tomorrow's buy-in on Bitcoin on the USD crypto report, looking at that one, which is the same one I believe that's on the free trade report. That looks like it's at 40,879. That's your buy on that one. Yes. There is no sell short recommendation on Bitcoin for tomorrow, even though Bitcoin is down 2,220 points on the Bitcoin futures right now. So if anything, you're just locking in profit on your longs. And if your stop is hit, then you're just getting out of longs and going into cash until the market settles down and you get your next buy trigger. Does that make sense? I didn't talk in circles. Everybody understand what I said?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the free price trigger trade of the week. We've got the Bybit BTC report, the regular BTC report, crypto .USD, Theta USD, and then on the last page we've got Cardano, ADA USD. So yeah, it's kicking this.
Yeah. So yeah, the
get in
buy-in for Bitcoin between tonight and tomorrow is at 40,921.
Yeah.
If you try to buy in before that, well, you will get your behind handed to you 9 times out of 10. And again, Bitcoin is already down 2,200 points in the futures as we speak. That's why you stick to the report. You don't try to outthink the system. Oh, that's too high. I'm not buying there. Well, then you take your life into your own hands. That's just pretty much what it is. Now on DOT,
All right.
the buy-in for tomorrow on DOT is at $15.36. And that has a primary rally alert on it. On Theta, you got a primary sell alert, okay? So that's a short at $5.49. And let's see.
I'll never sell.
I know, right? Bitcoin. Okay, I have 2 here. Okay, so 88 Cardano is a continuation pattern. So that's a buy-in at $1.40. And you have a sell trigger on that one too at $1.01. But most people, when things get this cheap, they're never looking to sell short. They'll just wait for the next buy-in if the buy-in doesn't get hit. So it's just that simple.
All right. With that, we're about out of time. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it if you like and subscribe. We also have our other channel, PulseWave Crypto, which gets a lot of love, but needs more. All right. Thanks, everybody. Great to have you. Thanks to our bullish panel, our panel of perma-bulls. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being here. Remember to go to pulsewavetrading.com. We've got our sale, $100 off lifetime subscription. Well, per month, $100 off for our monthly subscription of Pro. Lock that in now. You've got a few more weeks to get that, but you never know when we'll just take it away from you. Let's pull it back.
Wow. Hey, man, we got my favorite gamer is actually here in the live chat.
Who's that?
Master David Muzan. One of the sickest, illest video gamers on the planet. You never want to face him in Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I'll tell you that right now. Dude is a beast.
Well, welcome, Master. Great to have you. All right, thanks, everybody. We're over and out. We'll be back. Watch out this week for more stuff coming up. We've got a webinar on Friday we'll be posting soon. We're over and out. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Peace.
Have a good night, everyone.